Hello, welcome back to West Sparks Gaming. Game number 12.
13.
13 actually, yeah, with the subscriber special. We have got 2,000 points of 30k word bearers going up against 2,000 points of 30k Dark Angels with Custodes allies.
Cheeky.
We are playing Tactical Escalation, the Maelstrom of War mission. So 6 objectives, get 1 at the beginning of the game, and for every objective you hold, you gain an additional card. We're playing Dawn of War deployment? No. Hammer and Anvil. So Will be deploying on this side of the board with his Dark Angels and Custodes, yes. And the word bearers will be on this side of the board. So objective-wise, we have a very important clump of trees at the back over there, number 1. Number 2, in the ruins here. Number 3, I believe is that one.
Yeah.
In the middle. Number 4, another very important cluster of trees. 5 up on the top of the building. And 6 down here. Obviously we're playing 7th edition, so everything scores. Troops are obsec?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you see things like vehicles and elite choices scoring, it's because we're playing 7th, not 30k. We will get some 30k games up at some point, but not today. I have won the role of to deploy first, so I will do that shortly. And then I'm sure Will will probably seize because he's annoying like that. Says me who seized last time.
Yeah. Did you watch that last year?
I didn't actually. No, I didn't watch it.
No,
Was it any good?
Yeah, you just won it.
Okay, so we'll take a look at the armies and then we will come back after deployment. Okay, here is 2,000 points of 30k Dark Angels with some little shiny men in gold, which we'll get to in a minute. So, Will, what have you got?
Right, so we've got... I'm running Pride of the Legion. So this
Are
is...
you?
Is it
Thought
Pride
you
of
were
the
running
Legion?
Chosen Duty.
Chosen Duty, that's the one. So we've got a veteran squad here.
Yep.
Dark Angel veteran squad with 2 heavy bolters with the acid rounds.
Ugh.
In a Rhino. No upgrades on that, just the basic stock Rhino.
Sure.
Then next we've got a lovely Leviathan Dreadnought.
Mm-hmm.
He has got the Phosphex,
Joy.
the Leviathan Storm Cannon,
Yep.
and that's not the Grav Flux, that is the multi-melter arm.
Oh, God.
The
Okay.
3-shot
Yep.
melter.
Actually, I think I probably prefer that, actually.
Yeah, I just thought I'd try something different. We've got another veteran squad here, exactly the same as this one, 2 heavy bolters with acid rounds
Sure.
in a Rhino. Oh, there's sergeants, and each have got artificer armor, obviously. Then we've got
Who's this little dude?
HQ,
Yep.
who is the Delegatus, although he looks like a chaplain.
Excellent.
I need to get a Delegatus model, but he'll do for now.
Is he armed with what he's got, or?
He's got a Power Fist, which is Mastercrafted because he gets a weapon upgraded to Mastercrafted, but he's not got anything else. Just,
Okay. Move him out of the way.
Yep. And then we have got the new Custodes.
Yeah.
This is the Custodes Guardian squad. I've got 2 of those. This squad here in front is going... Not that one.
No, that's fine.
That one there with the dude with the cloak is going to be the HQ squad because you can just choose one to be an HQ. And then we've got a Land Raider, just a stock Phobos Land Raider with heavy bolters and the twin glass
Cool.
cannons.
Do you want to go front or back now?
Let's go front.
Okay.
Then we've got 2 Vindicators. They've both got combi weapons on the top as well.
Just bolters.
No, not combi bolters, combi weapons.
Okay, what are they?
Melters.
Of course they are.
2 Vindicators. And then we've got the other
There's the second
squad
squad of
of Custodes, all armed with the spear. And then
And
last
what
but
is
not
this?
least, we have got the Caladius grab tank, I believe it's called.
That's pretty cool.
Which is very new and very, very cool.
Yeah.
It's armed. It's only got the basic weaponry that's just come out. So it is the Laystrom bolt cannon, which is the small ones at the front, which look like bolters but are actually not. And then the Elastus accelerator cannon, which is kind of like the Sikaran's gun but less shots and slightly more powerful. Fewer shots and slightly more powerful.
Okay, cool.
Just Mr. Grammar.
So I was quite close with the Pew Pew laser cannon.
Yeah, Pew Pew laser cannon.
Excellent.
So that's 2,000 points of Dark Angels with Custodes allies.
Okay, excellent. And then we'll get the word bearers out and we'll see what they've got. And here is 2,000 points of Last of the Serrated Sun Last the Serrated Sun Word Bearers to take on Will's Dark Angels. So, first up, Master of the Legion, running the right, giving me the access to the right, is Zardu Lyak with his 2 Blade Slaves today, which is going to be fun for Will, I'm sure. We've got a Centurion who's been upgraded to a Chaplain, Artificer Armour, Refractor Field, Melter Bombs, Power Maul, obviously, as you can see, and Burning Law, so he's level 1 Psyker. And then we've just got a Consul, Artificer Armour, Refractor Field, Melter Bombs, Power Weapon, and he's also got Burning Law. Going on to troops, we've got a Support Squad, 5 Plasma Guns, that guy there with the Bionic Eye is the Sergeant, in a Drop Pod, 5 Melter Guns, that guy in the middle with the Mark III helmet is the Sergeant, in a Drop Pod, 2 Quad Mortars, in a single battery with Shatter Shells, a Dreadclaw Drop Pod, in the Fast Attack that these guys are going to be riding in, 5 Gavel back. Dark Martyr, the guy at the front with the flames, is Artificer Armour and Power Fist in a Drop Pod. Contemptor Mortis with 2 Caries Cannons and the Havoc Launcher. 10-man Tactical Squad. Sergeant with Black Helmet has Artificer Armour and Melter Bombs. There's a Nuncio Vox, which is that guy, and a Vexilla, also in a Drop Pod. And then 2 Rapier Laser Destroyers in a single unit as well. I'm struggling to focus on those for some reason. 2 Rapiers, there we go. So that's it. 2,000 points of 30k Word Bearers. Right, okay, so here we are after deployment. I deployed first. We've got a Quad Mortar Battery holding on to objective number 6. We've got the Rapier Battery holding on to objective number 5, and the Contemptor in the middle. And that's it. Everything else over there is dropping in. Will then deployed, so we've got Land Raider, with Delegatus in.
Yep.
Is that the HQ Custodes at the front?
HQ Custodes, yeah.
Siege Dreadnought, 2 Vindicators. Are they individual Vindicators?
Yeah, it's not squadron.
Second squad of Custodes, the weird tank thing, whose name I'm
Caladius.
Caladius, thank you.
Grav tank.
And the 2 Rhinos with veterans inside.
Oh, yeah.
I currently have the first turn.
Full on.
Will's going to try and seize. You've got a dice just to your left on the table. Do you want to roll it back here somewhere?
I'm going to roll it in the water.
Yeah. All right, then. Roll it in the water.
Oh, close.
Okay,
Close.
so
106, isn't it?
Word Bearers turn 1. Oh, night fighting.
That was my knife.
Is it night fighting?
Yes, it is.
Okay, cool.
And the rivers.
Yeah, and we're playing the river as dangerous terrain. Difficult terrain, sorry, difficult terrain. Also, just because I forgot to do it before showing off the Word Bearers, Zardu Lyak has taken Cursed Earth and Sacrifice, I think it's called. The one where you get Herald. I think it's called Sacrifice. Summoning's the Primaris.
Ah, okay.
So obviously he's got that as well. My Chaplain has Biomancy, so he's got Smite and Life Leech. And the Consul has got Telepathy, so he's on Psychic Scream or Shriek, whichever one it is.
And Hallucination.
The not Nova one.
Yeah.
And Hallucination. And obviously they've all got Force. Right, so let's do it. Turn 1.
Warlord traits.
Oh, mine's irrelevant.
Need to roll one.
Yeah, Will needs to roll his Warlord trait. We'll do it on camera. What table are you going?
Is there not just one for the Heresy lists?
There is, but you can roll on the normal books if you want.
I should roll on Heresy one.
Okay. So Will has rolled a 6, so he's got Child of Terror. So the Warlord and any unit they join with the Legion Astartes special rule, which is unfortunate because he's going to be joining the Dooders, the thingamajiggers, gets to reroll failed to wound rolls in combat. So it's not too bad.
Of one.
Oh, of 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, so turn 1, Word Bearers coming up. Okay, so that's the end of my movement phase. The objective I rolled up, or I drew for this turn, is Recon. There's 2 objectives in the middle that haven't been claimed yet, so I'll just hold on to that one. Objective-wise, this one here is sabotaged. Plonk a little thing next to it. The one up on the top of the building, number 5 over there, is reroll 1s when shooting, we think.
4 is targeting relay.
Yeah, so yeah, it's reroll 1s. Number 2 is also reroll 1s.
That's reroll
while
1s
shooting.
as well, yep.
And number 1 is also sabotaged. So at the end of my shooting, end of my movement phase, sorry, the contempt to move forward 6. The Galvor back podded down, direct hit at the back here. Dreadclaw podded in with Zardulike and the Blade Slaves in. Very minor scatter, but yeah, not really anything to talk about much. And the Melters podded in here. I do feel like a bit of a dick, but
It's new model syndrome.
I'm going to kill that Caladius.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to try and kill that Caladius. So no psychic phase. There is a psychic phase actually, because he's in there. That's the consul, so he's the telepathy one.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so we'll see if he's going to be able to do anything, and if not, we'll just skip straight on to the shooting phase. So it's the turn 1 psychic phase for the word bearers, and the only guy on the table, my consul over in the corner, has just psychic shrieked this Custodes squad in the middle, successfully cast.
Yeah.
And this is what Will rolled for his leadership test. So that's 6 wounds with no armor or cover saves allowed. So that's 6 5-up invulnerable saves, I think.
Yep.
Excellent. So that squad might be dead. Do you want to roll them on camera?
Yeah.
Or do you not want to feel that pain?
I was thinking it was the other way around. That's why I was like, don't use all my good power.
Yeah,
No, that's bad.
Oh,
He
yeah,
rolled
no,
that.
just-
He
just-
wanted
yeah,
a triple
no.
1s.
Shit. Oh, no.
Okay, so let's see what we got.
Oh shit.
There's another gold thing you might want to take.
yeah.
I'm such an asshole.
Yes, you are.
Okay, so that's the end of the psychic phase. Yeah.
165 points.
Shit. Sorry. Kind of.
No, you're not.
I actually am.
It's war.
But that doesn't matter. I still feel bad. But not as bad as I'm going to feel when I blow up that Caladius in a minute.
Yeah.
So shooting phase, turn 1, word bearers. Yeah, I know. You didn't want to play these guys. Right, so that's the end of the shooting phase, and that is the end of turn 1 for the word
And the
bearers.
game.
I'm
so sorry.
Yeah.
Hey, you've got one too. Don't forget.
Yeah.
Right, so that's the end of the shooting
Doesn't
phase.
make me feel better.
So
Cheers, bro.
the quad launchers, quad mortars fired up and over and put 1 wound, I think, on the Custodes.
Yep.
The Galvor back, this one guy here that could see, then killed off the wounded guy. The drop pod then put a wound. No, didn't put a wound on.
No, it didn't.
No, it was the Havoc launcher from the Contemptor. That was the only thing that was in range. Put a wound on the Custodes there. The 2 laser destroyers in the building over there destroyed one of the Vindicators. And then the Melter Squad, that was here, blew up the Caladius. First time out, first game, first turn.
New model.
Definitely new model syndrome there.
I was so happy.
Yeah, so that's the end of my turn,
Did
actually.
you talk about Psychic Shriek? Taking out.
Oh, I don't know. Did we talk about?
No.
So yeah,
Another
Psychic
lot,
Shriek.
yeah.
We think we forgot the end of the Psychic phase. So Psychic Shriek from the console there.
I know you did, because you said I rolled a 16.
Yes, we did. Yeah, we
Oh,
showed
yeah.
that, and they all.
But we're going to go over it again.
We're going to go over it again,
because-
just to rub it in. So they all died. So I'm. So I am not going to complain at all about that turn.
No?
The only thing I would have liked to have had happen differently is the Dreadclaw to have penned the back of the Vindicator and at least stopped it firing next turn. But that would have been a step too far, I think. Right, so that's the end of my turn. I didn't score my objective because there's still the 2 in the middle that need to be found.
Got first blood though.
I did get first blood. So turn 1, Dark Angels.
Yep.
And what's left of the Custodes allies.
2 Custodes.
Right, let's do it. Okay, so that's turn 1 movement for the Dark Angels. The Custodies got in the Land Raider, and it's moved up 6
inches.
by the look of it.
Yep.
The Leviathan's wandered round to shred those poor sods.
Yep.
In there. Vindicator's just done a 180 and is going to chuck a pie plate at the Dreadclaw. The furthest Rhino has moved up 12. The other Rhino's moved 6 by the look of it.
Yes,
and
disembarked
the Veteran squad. So that Melter squad over there are probably going to die in a minute. And I think these guys will probably snap shoot at them as well.
Snap shooting.
So yeah, that's the end of that. You've got no psychic phase, so shooting phase.
Yep.
Let's go. Oh, and Will drew Recon as his card as well. Okay, so that's the end of turn 1 for the Dark Angels.
Yep.
The Leviathan killed 4 of the Galvorback. Some pretty useful lookouts have kept the Dark Martyr alive, which is great because he's got a Power Fist. So he might be able to do something scary to the Leviathan, which I think is what you're worried about.
A little bit.
The Land Raider did a glancing hit to the Contemptor in the middle.
Yep.
The Vindicator over there missed with its Combi Melter, shooting at the Dreadclaw. Fired its Demolisher Cannon, which scattered right into the middle of those two. I jinked it on the Dreadclaw, but that guy took a glancing hit. No, penetrating hit. So
shaken.
Yeah, so you can't move, which is unfortunate.
You can't move or shoot.
You can't move. Hey, snap shoot.
Yeah.
No, it's shaken. It was a 4.
Ah, good
Can't
point.
shoot.
Can't shoot.
Yeah.
So that
Take
combi
that,
bolt is
combi
going to be
bolter.
useless. Rubbish. That's terrible.
So
and then
if you want to call it now.
yeah, I'm tempted to give up now that Dread drop pod can't do anything. So these 2 veteran squads and their rhinos fired at this squad here. Tanked quite a few wounds on the consul.
Yep.
And you killed 3 of the Melter guys.
Yep.
But both these guys and the Galvor back over there have passed their leadership tests. So no points for Will because he also drew Recon. And we've still got 2 cards that are 2 objectives that haven't even been got near yet. I've got 2 pods coming in now, hopefully. I've got a tactical squad.
No.
And a plasma support squad.
Yeah. That's the important
The one I care
So the
about.
plasma support squad is coming in. Right, turn 2 word bearers coming up. That's the end of turn 2 movement for the word bearers. Objective cards, I drew Domination, which unfortunately isn't going to happen because we've still got this objective here. And Secure Objective 5, which those guys on there are holding. So movement phase, the Contemptor has just marched upwards up the board a little bit. The Plasma came in here, scattered back over that way, but it would have landed on the Rhino, so it's just moved there. Plasma squad's jumped out. They're holding on to this objective here, and they've got decent shots into the back armour of the Vindicator. Melter squad have moved round the hill a bit, so they're either going to shoot that tactical squad or the Rhino here. The Dreadclaw has moved forwards a couple of inches, I think, to contest objective 1. 2? 1? 1. 2. 2? 2. Objective 2. Oh yeah, 1's back there. Zardu Like and the Blaze Slaves are on the board.
Do you know what 1 is?
Yes, Sabotage.
Oh.
So we're about to go into Psychic phase now. So let's roll up. That's a Scatter die. Warp charges 2. So I have 6, and Will has 2. So let's do it. Let's get Psychic phase turn 2 underway. Right, so that's the end of the Psychic phase. The console over there, Psychic shrieked at the Veteran squad, killed 2. And then I attempted to cast Summoning, but failed.
Because he
Twice.
He thought you
It
needed,
failed twice, yeah.
thought you needed some demons to win this
Hey,
game.
it was just something to do. Yeah, so I perils on the first roll and then used his special reroll ability thing. And so tried again. Right, Shooting phase, turn 2. This is where it gets
Lively.
lively. Like, good word, thank you, I like it. Right, turn 2 shooting phase coming up. Okie dokie, so that's the end of turn 2 shooting for me. What happened? So the Plasma squad blew up the Vindicator. 1 died to Gets Hot. The explosion didn't do any damage to anybody. The Rhino here was destroyed by the Contemptor. That Rhino was penned.
Yeah, he's
and is immobilised from the 2 melter guns over there. Plasma pistol from the Blade Slaves killed one of the veterans.
Yep.
Bolter over here didn't do anything to the Leviathan.
Funny that.
The 2 rapiers did a glancing hit to the Land Raider, and because I cocked up the order in which I was shooting, the Sunder shells didn't do anything to the Land Raider. So that's that. I want to assault phase now. I've got 2 charges. 3 charges, I think. The Dark Martyr's going into the Leviathan, just because at the worst I'll tie it up for a bit. These guys going into the veterans, and those guys are going into the Rhino, just to blow it up with the melter bomb. Yes, let's roll them up and come back to you after the assault phase.
Because I can't get anything this turn.
No. In fact, I don't think you draw any.
No.
Because you've already got the 1.
Yeah. You can get rid of it though, can't you? And then you always get 1, right?
I don't know that you do. We'll have to check that. Turn 2. That's the end of Wordbearer's turn 2. My objectives didn't explode, which is useful for me. I think Will was hoping there'd be more explosions this turn.
There was plenty of explosions.
There were loads of explosions. So in combat, the Blade Slaves and Zardu-Layak unsurprisingly completely destroyed that veteran squad.
Yep.
The consul planted a melter bomb on the Rhino, which exploded, which penned obviously, and exploded, and 6-inch explosion. So pretty much covered the entirety of that veteran squad, and the entire squad of his own one, and my guys, and the other veteran squad. And I don't think it killed anybody.
No.
So that was really, it was fun.
Yeah.
But it was pretty pointless. So that's the end of turn 2. Oh yeah.
And
my Dark Martyr died to Overwatch.
Yay.
Yeah. I hate Leviathans. But I love mine. I hate that Leviathan. My ones are awesome, but that one's rubbish. Except it's
clearly
it's
not.
really annoying. So yes, that's the end of turn 2 for the Word Bearers. We're going to turn 2 for the Dark Angels now. I'm pretty sure the Plasma Squad will probably be dead. Not actually sure about the Melter Squad. I sort of think he's going to focus fire these guys down. But yes, that's the end of it. So we're going to turn 2 for turn 2 for the Word Bearers. Clearly I meant turn 2 for the Dark Angels. So it's in the movement phase for turn 2 for the Dark Angels. What happened? I wasn't actually paying attention. So the veterans have spread out a bit.
Yeah. Probably going to shoot into them or them.
Okie dokie. Leviathans move around the corner. Probably going to kill them.
Mm-hmm. Land Raider's turn.
Yep.
One gun aiming at the Contemptor.
Yep.
The other one's not sure yet.
Yep.
But the HQ...
Custodes are coming out to kill them.
Yep.
Excellent. Shooting phase.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go for it. Oh, I need to give you a fearless because of the chaplain. I was going to say I need to give you a leadership test. I do have the fearless because of the chaplain. Okay, so shooting phase. The Leviathan killed the last of the Melter Squad and the Consul. The Custodes, Delegatus, and the Heavy Bolters from the Land Raider killed off 2 of the Plasma Squad, including the Sergeant. Oh yeah, one got hot the other time, didn't it? The Las Cannons on that side took a whole point off the Contemptor with a glancing hit. And then the Veteran Squad killed one of the Blade Slaves.
Yes, indeed.
Onto the assault phase, I think. So I believe it's just the Custodes going into the Plasma Squad.
Yeah, it's too difficult.
Yep, okie dokie. And I've got Overwatch. That's the end of turn 2 now. The Dark Angels have done their assault phase. The Custodes killed the Plasma Squad. No real surprise there, given that you're AP2 on the charge and you've got Power Fist in there on the Delegatus as well.
Yeah.
Turn 3 for the Word Bearers coming up. Does my Tactical Squad come in? No. Excellent. Okay, let's do this then. Yeah, let's go. So objectives I drew: secure 2, which is that one which has been contested by the Leviathan. Unfortunately, I haven't got anything that can kill it this turn. Secure objective 3, which is the middle one in there. So my Contemptor is now contesting it and hopefully can shoot all of them with his Carries cannon. And secure objective 5, which again is over that side, so that's fine. Movement-wise, the Contemptor's moved up, as you saw, and the Blade Slaves, or the Blade Slave, and Zardulike have moved up as well, and they're going to go after these veterans. That's the end of movement, so we'll go on to Psychic. Psychic phase, I'm not really sure why I'm recording it, to be honest. I tried to cast Cursed Earth and all denied it. That was about it. Shooting phase, let's go. End of shooting phase, turn 3 for the Word Bearers. What happened? The Rapiers fired at the Land Raider did another hull point.
Yeah,
nothing else, it was just a glance. The 3 drop pods fired... no, let's start at the beginning. The Quad Mortars and the Contemptor fired at the Custodes and Delegatus that were there.
Yep.
Putting wounds... A wound on the Custodes and a wound on the Delegatus. Then the drop pod... No, then... Long story short, 3 drop pods, the Contemptor and the Quad Mortars all fired at these guys. Killed the Custodes that had 2 wounds left and the Delegatus, and that was it. So assault phase, Zardulike and the Blade Slave over there are going in to the veterans there. So you get some Overwatch.
Yep.
And then hopefully they'll get stuck in combat so the Leviathan here then can't charge them or shoot them. So let's do it. Overwatch. So that's the end of the assault phase. As you may have noticed, Zardulike's still over there. Failed the charge, and the Blade Slave took a wound to Overwatch. So that's the end of turn 3. I score another 2 points. The Contemptor in there is within 3 inches of that objective number 3. And the Rapiers over here have scored objective 5 for me. Will's turn.
Yep.
Turn 3 Dark Angels. It's not going to be a long one.
It's not.
Right, so it's the end of turn 3 for Dark Angels, and Will just got a point.
Yay!
On the board. First point of the game for the Dark Angels, because he slew the Warlord. Zardulike and the last remaining Blade Slave are dead. It took both of the units, though, the Leviathan and the Veteran Squad.
Yep.
The Contemptor in the middle was destroyed by the Land Raider.
Yep.
And the Custodian, the last remaining one, is hiding in the
woods.
So Will has decided to call it there.
Just because
I'm winning by like 100,000 points to 1.
Although kind of in terms of what I've got left, it's not too bad now.
Yep.
I still don't think I can catch up point-wise.
No, and I've got another drop pod coming in to secure more objectives for me. So we may as well just go straight into the little post-game chat.
Yeah,
little post-game chat anyway now, instead of stopping and starting again.
Yeah.
I, as much as I'm bound to say it because of the outcome, I actually quite enjoyed that game. I was very surprised at how much damage you were able to do to all of the units at the back with comparatively few of your units, given that I...
Yeah, I mean, turn 1 was horrendous for me, but then, I've got a decent amount of stuff. I've still got a Land Raider, the Leviathan still...
Yeah, completely fine. No hull points on him yet.
And he can do loads of damage.
He's very cool, actually.
Yeah. But it was just losing the Custodes squad and the Caladius turn 1 was...
that was very unfortunate.
It was very disheartening, actually. Like in
I
terms
can imagine
of,
it probably was, yeah.
It affected the game just because I felt like, oh, great.
Yeah.
More than anything.
But I'm, to be honest, I have no infantry left on the table.
No.
At the end of turn 3. Obviously, I've got a tactical squad coming in, but
if the game could go on for like 10 turns so that I could catch up point-wise, I think in terms of what I've got left on the table, I could do a lot of damage to you.
Yeah, I think so.
But it's just there's no point playing on when I'm not going to be able to catch up.
No, that's fair enough. And we might be able to get a second game in today.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, well, yeah, I enjoyed that.
Of the game for you?
I don't really know. The Melter Squad was obviously brilliant in the first turn.
Yeah. The dude with the Psychic Scream was
pretty effective. Yeah, he made his points back in turn 1, didn't he?
Yeah.
I really don't know. Everything was just sort of good.
Yeah, everything on your side was good.
There wasn't really anything that I was particularly disappointed with. The Quad Mortars didn't do all that much this game, but I think that's probably just because I shot them at the wrong target.
Yeah, if you'd shot them at that squad in there, that could have made a big difference.
Indeed. How about you?
The Leviathan was
Leviathan
was good, taking out the Galval back, and then eventually taking out them, and still being full.
I need to get the Melter Squad.
I need to get the Melter Squad. Yeah, the Leviathan did some good work today.
Yeah. Well, hopefully next time we'll actually get to see the Custodes do something.
And the tank.
And the tank. I really want to see that tank do something. But I was so scared of it. I had to get rid of it.
That's fair.
Okay, so that is game number 2 for the Word Bearers, and victory number 2 for the Word Bearers.
Yeah.
Makes a nice little change for me, doesn't it? Instead of my little bloody Imperial Fist losing every time. So, yes, thank you very much for watching. We hope you enjoyed that. We had a good laugh. If you haven't done so already, please drop us a like, leave us some comments, and do subscribe to the channel. It really helps. And the comments are great because any feedback you have about videos is always very useful, and we try and make changes to make them consistently better each time. We very much appreciate it, and we'll catch you in game number 14.
14.
14.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Bye.